think the first really grown-up good meal I had would have been after my first pay packet or two, and like going to the Anglesey Arms. That was a place. That was the first kind of local that I had in my life.
After your first play, did you say?
That was yes.
What was that?
I was Demetrius in A Midsummer Night's Dream at the Regent's Park Open Air Theatre, and then The King of Navarre and Love's Labour's Lost. And that's, I mean, that was such bliss. There's such bliss when you go, oh my God, I'm being paid to do what I love. I can start to pay the debt back to my parents. I can start to afford my rent and then after a little bit, a mortgage and having an odd meal or two.
Yeah.
And my local restaurant was the Anglesey Arms. I had a flat in Shepherd's Bush.
Just right here. Yeah.
Yeah, Raiders Court Park, and wonderful, wonderful food, wonderful kitchen there.
But you're a cook, aren't you? You cook.
I do cook, I love it.
And you do cook for your kids. I am right about that
Yeah,
conversation.
no, you're completely
How
right.
old are they?
They are 6, 8 and 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so what do you feed them?
We have daddy morning pancakes on a Saturday.
Oh, do you? Do you have a good recipe for pancakes?
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's kind of traditional. It's more on the crepe side for pancakes rather than the fluffy. So I use just plain organic flour, and I put a little bit of vanilla essence, a little bit of cinnamon in, and sometimes 2 or 3 eggs. Yeah. Milk. Amounts? Do I have to do amounts?
No,
I
you
never really
don't
measure
need
the
to.
flour.
No,
I
it's
sift
just
the flour.
a theory. No, we're not giving. They can make their own pancakes.
I whip them around. I pour the milk in.
And where are the kids during all this? They come down.
I'm trying to marshal them into sort of taking part. So they usually fight over the fun, easy jobs like squeezing the lemons or cracking the eggs. But they can be really helpful. I've completely destroyed any sense of a line for me on a Saturday, I think, forever now. Because
that's it.
I'm up when they're up, like a weekday, no matter what Friday night.
Tradition, like it's called Daddy Saturday, you know. So
and I have there's a daddy
in a way
special.
They'll remember. I interview people, sometimes on things that remember that. They say, oh, when I was, every Tuesday night, my father did something, or my mother did something, or we went to a restaurant.
Those rituals
and it's part
are important.
of those rituals and really those memories. Yeah,
I have to say, I was partly inspired by. I mean, I'd already started doing it, but I thought, okay, I have to make this a continuum. By Rory Kinnear, who remembers his dad doing pancakes for him.
Nice.
Putting on a silly French accent. I've got 3 of them, and I'm silly for a bit, and then I get quite serious because it's just like marshalling.
What's your kitchen like?
Very dangerous, small people with blunt instruments.
Yeah.
It's good. There's too long an island in the middle. For some reason, we went for this crazy long island, which I quite like because I do a lot of prep.
Yeah.
Everyone else who doesn't use the kitchen for cooking is like, what's this thing in the way? But I kind of like it when it doesn't have bits of
we work
Amazon
on
delivery
islands
on it.
here. We really like the chefs having that time to look across at each other, to talk, to be around. You can see them. They're prepping. They're talking.
I'm not going to have to spy later because I'm always fascinated to see how
we'll come in the kitchen.
The ergonomics of the kitchen work.
Yeah.
It's very difficult if there's 2. I'm quite pancakes is a different deal, but if I'm doing a recipe from a recipe, I can't do that multitasking thing that really good cooks can do of talking, or getting people's drinks ready as well as chopping, preparing, frying.
I get that. Roasting. It's hard. I think you need to focus. Yeah.
And then if it's a dish I've done a lot or a one-pot wonder, then I'm fine. Or a roast where you can just leave it for a bit and then get busy with the.
Do you eat in the kitchen as well?
We do.
That's a distraction as well, isn't it? When sometimes when people are there, and then do you like it when people hang around you when you're cooking? Because I don't terribly.
I don't, and I get why they want to, and it's frustrating because it's so. I'm drawn to it as well. Everyone's drawn to the heart of the home.
Yeah.
But I think when I know what I'm doing, when I'm really secure about it, or like I say, something you can just put into heat and cook and just you leave alone, then I'm fine with it.
What are some of the other things you cook other than pancakes?
I do the roast chicken or the roast whatever on a Sunday, but usually chicken.
So you do the family roast thing?
Yeah, I do the barbecues. I do the kind of dad things in the garden.
Yeah. Did you eat what you're filming? When you're working on a film, do you stop for breaks? Do you have a special diet that you go on?
It depends what job, I mean, if I'm doing a sort of high volume of exercise, I'm pumped for something like the Marvel films as Doctor Strange, which even though you got all that garb on, you need that strength anyway to hold your posture, to have core strength, to be strong in the harnesses or the fight scenes and the flying.
Tell me more about that.
It's great fun. I love it. I love body transformation in my job. I think it's part of the kind of what a thing to do. If you have the right guidance, which nowadays is pretty brilliant, the teams they put on that sort of thing. If you don't have the budget, you have to do it very, very carefully. But on Marvel, it's a big sandpit, so they've
So
got
what do
resources.
they do?
Well, you have someone who can prescribe you what you're eating, and they can cook you. We had a fantastic chef on the last Doctor Strange film. So, and then suddenly you go, "Where's my food?" Oh, well, the director and the first AD and the DOP have got in first. So you're like, okay, it's fine. I'm not paying for it. So, okay. But it's this amazing facility to go, right, he needs to be on this many calories a day. He needs to have 5 meals. He needs to have a couple of boiled eggs between those 5 meals, or some kind of high protein snack, cheese and crackers, or almond butter and crackers, lots of crackers. And you know, for me, the exercise is great, and the end result is that you feel strong and you feel confident. You hold yourself better. You have a stamina through the exercise and the food that makes you last through the gig. But it is horrific. I don't like it personally. I think it's horrific eating beyond your appetite. It's really, and again, going back to responsibility and resourcefulness and you know, sustainability. It's just like, what am I doing? I could feed a family with the amount I'm eating.
Thank you for listening to Ruthie's Table 4 in partnership with Montclair.